Steve, it ends here 2-2 in Aldershot. How do you assess the performance today?
I thought it was really good. A little bit too open for that 20-minute spell in the first half, which we addressed at half time. We would get done on the overload, having controlled the game for the first 15 minutes. And obviously could have been 2-0 up before we've conceded. But yeah, we lost our shape a little bit, we lost our discipline a little bit, we became a little bit ragged for a 20-minute spell, which I've got to take some responsibility for, and so have the players. But we addressed that at half time. I thought we looked a lot more solid second half, and the plan always was that maybe we'd hit them on the counter as opposed to the other way around, bearing in mind the pattern of the first half. And obviously just a tad bit disappointed, as I said to the players, that we didn't win it at the end.
Having not played another 10 days, you wouldn't have thought that by the way we started. How pleased were you when we went 1-0 so early?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Theo, I've made it quite clear to you that I know what I've got with this group of players now. I knew fairly early on, but we're 7 games in, so we're not strangers to one another in terms of how I manage and how my staff coach. And yeah, we've bought into each other. It's as simple as that. And I think you would agree that that's reflected in the performance tonight, because just maybe, it could have been a game that we lost. But I didn't really think at any stage that was going to happen once we'd addressed the way we lost our shape for that period of time and got done on the overload in the first half. That's the worst shape that we've had and the most ill-disciplined we've been as a team for that 20-minute spell in the first half since I've been at the club. I think the important thing is that obviously we clawed our way back into the game, because I always felt we were a threat going forward all game, to be honest with you, particularly first half. And I think I've just been told by BBC Essex that we created 7 chances in the first half, so that's a reflection of obviously how much work we've done to get players higher up the pitch, in and around Kindy and beyond him. So yeah, to go from a situation 10 minutes in when we could have and should have been 2-0 up to obviously being 2-1 down within 20 minutes, I thought we reacted really well. And I think that the 2-2 was probably a fair reflection on the game at half time. But yeah, we were a lot more solid second half, as you saw, a lot better shape, and we could have and maybe should have won it at the death.
Tom Blackwell, he's beaten his man gone down, and the referee's blew his whistle. I was almost shocked to why he's blew his whistle. How do you feel about that? Because that will literally just in our opposition's penalty area.
Yeah, I mean, when the opposition bench turns around to you and says that's a blatant foul, no ifs or buts, I suppose that gives you a pretty good indicator as to the way the decision should have gone. But having said all of that, as we know, you play to the whistle, and fortunately it didn't hurt us too much. And yeah, I thought it was another good solid performance, and obviously another good night at the office, because results have gone with us, and we've eased ourselves just a little bit further away from the dreaded relegation zone.
Lastly, 3 debuts. How do you feel they played today?
I thought they were all excellent. I thought they were really good. Obviously, fully aware of Henry before I recruited and brought him in. I thought it was a good, solid debut. He's a good communicator. He's got a really outgoing personality, which I think is very important, even in this day and age, for a goalkeeper. I thought Jacob was excellent, really good, slotted in perfectly in that right back role. The kind of player that we've been looking for the last few weeks. Obviously he's not an unknown entity to me, because I worked with him last season, which is one of the main reasons why I recruited him. And obviously again, Aidan, I was familiar with him from his time at St Albans the season before last, so again, not an unknown entity. And I thought the 3 of them acquitted themselves really well, and as importantly, they've fitted in really well with the group off the pitch as well.
Well, perfect, Steve. I'll see you Saturday.